Today I want to talk about the peel-off lip stains, which I've seen a couple of reviews on YouTube for these products before, and I just had a little bit different experience and a little bit different take on those, so I just want to share my thoughts. I do have a demo of using one of them at the end of this video, but I was going to do the chat portion first. Start off with, there's basically two brands as far as I can tell, or at least what I could find on Amazon, and I've got both of them. One's called Romantic Bear, and the other one is Berrisom. And now Berrisom is a Korean brand, and like all the text on the back's in Korean, so I don't know what kind of claims they make. The Romantic Bear is, I don't know, it may be from Korea as well, but it's actually got English labels, and this is the Romantic Bear is the one I've seen demonstrated more often. I'm not even sure if I've seen a review of the Berrisom at all, but honestly, I like the Berrisom. The Romantic Bear is not really worth the trouble to me, and I'll get into that. I got both sets because I did buy the 6-color set of each of them from Amazon. They're about $15 a set. So, you know, it comes out to less than $3 a tube. So, yeah, they're both kind of cheap plastic kind of packaging, but that's reasonable for the price that I paid. Another difference between the two, well, besides the Korean versus English print, is the applicator. The Romantic Bear has this sort of, looks like a chapstick applicator, and just like, you know, your standard one you get for, you know, Blistex or something. And the Berrisom one has this smaller tip, and the smaller tip, I mean, it doesn't look as nice as the more like lip gloss chapstick one, but it's easier to apply. And with as gross as this stuff is coming out of the tube, that makes a difference, because the Romantic Bear one with that wider tip, yeah, it's smoother, feels nicer on your lips, but I always get, you know, a little bit outside the lines and on my teeth, and this stuff's disgusting tasting and smelling. You do not want it on your teeth. Whereas this one, I can get it just where it needs to go. It's not near as gross. Once you get it on, both of these are similarly disgusting. They're both goopy, sticky. You do not want your lips to touch. You don't want to touch them. Just the texture's awful. And they're also both very chemically. The Romantic Bear might be slightly better smelling. They do make an effort to put like artificial fruit scent over it, but they're both very chemically smelling. The only bright side to the experience is after about 10 minutes of dry, you peel it off, you're not tasting it, smelling it, experiencing it for the rest of the day like you are with a lot of lip products, because, you know, like I love the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. They look great, but they smell chemically, and you feel them all day long. So you put it on. Hopefully you don't get any on your teeth. That's bad. And then you have to let it dry. It takes 10-15 minutes to let it dry. And the whole time you're letting it dry, you can't let your lips touch. You can't touch your lips. You just be like, you know, stop yourself from drooling. It's not something you want to do in front of other people, but I just go check my email, read my fanfic or something, wait for the time to pass. Then you peel off the lipstick and it leaves color behind. And again, the final results, the Berrisom better than the Romantic Bear. I find the Berrisom is more even color, and it lasts longer. Both of them last pretty good, 3-4 hours to about lunchtime. But by about lunchtime, this one's usually totally faded, never makes it through lunch. The Berrisom one, on the other hand, as long as I don't eat something greasy for lunch, it usually sticks out through lunch to the end of the day. And I mean, 8-9 hours later, it's faded some, but there's still color on my lips, which is very important to me because I am not a person that wants to, bring my lipstick to work and go check it out, check it and touch it up in the bathroom every 2-3 hours. It's just not me. I'm put it on and forget it the rest of the day. And again, this is a lip stain, and like all lip stains I have ever tried, despite what it claims about, the Romantic Bear claims it has vitamin E and rose hips and all this sort of stuff that's supposed to be moisturizing, and this Berrisom may claim the same thing in Korean, I don't know. Despite those claims, they're both dry. They're both very dry, but because it's a lip stain, there's no problem with putting a balm over it, which is what I always do. I like this Dr. Lip Nipple Butter balm, and that takes care, that counteracts the dryness, and it doesn't interfere with the pigmentation of these. I'm wearing some now and drinking a drink with straw, and look, there's absolutely no transfer to the straw. One other little, now this is super minor, this makes no real difference to me, but one other thing I will note is the Berrisom ones come in a little case, and there's 6 colors. The Romantic Bear ones, it also came with 6 colors, and I don't know where the 6th one got to. These are 5 of them, and it's about the same. It's the exact same color range. There's a dark red, light red, pink, peach, orange, so on. But they don't come with a little case. They just came in a plastic bag. But yeah, that's not a deal breaker in any way. Really, the bottom line is, does it work? Do you like using them? So, my bottom line is, I recommend the Berrisom ones. The Romantic Bear ones, not so much. I've used worse things, but I don't think the results warrant the amount of irritation with putting them on. Whereas the Berrisom ones, the amount of time I get out of the process makes them worthwhile. And now I will start the demonstration of actually putting one on. And I was using the Berrisom one in pure pink. That's what I'm wearing right now. Okay, first step is always to exfoliate your lips. I'm using a damp washcloth here. This is a really important step with lip stain, because if you don't do it, you're going to get patchy results. I'm looking at a mirror down below the screen, so you can't see me actually putting it on, but you get the idea. It's nothing different than any other lip product. And then you notice you got an attractive gape mouth expression while you're not letting your lips touch while you're waiting for this to dry. I'm just checking my email, looking at Tumblr there. And I sped this portion up, edited some of it out, but it does take about 10 minutes. And then once it's dry and you can touch it and it feels dry, it will peel just right off, just like a peel-off face mask. If you get it a little too thin in places, it might not come up really easily, but you can see that peeled right off. But I did have a couple little places in the corners where it's kind of thin and didn't come off perfectly that I just clean up with a washcloth. Make sure you use a washcloth that you don't mind staining, because it will stain the washcloth. And then I go and get my lip balm, because I'd forgotten to get it before I started filming. And there you go. Pretty nice lip color that really will last all day long.